It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the New York Giants. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And Smith, and this throw finds Smith and Jigba. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in this division round matchup. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 75 yards. And the Giants are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they're going to take over right there. And two-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there's a football like on a spring, and each guy that walks in and plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
Quick right, quick right, quick right.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 94 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Barkley. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque.
Yeah, I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action, throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Here's a sneak with Jones, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive. Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Gino. As he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're going to have a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Time to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Intercepted. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Cadence, lock in the cadence, lock in the cadence. Hey, let's go get one.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. Down to the 22-yard line.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Here we go.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 17. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Now Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Troy.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chip a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. Gano's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And right side, they're going to go option here. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 63 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
Hey, go flip her up, flip her up. Check 51, check 59, cover.
Now Gino on 1st down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's got this down to the 35. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Walker now on 1st and 10. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. And going right back to Walker. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Running left is Walker. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Let's go, let's go. Strike. What's up?
They'll try the air now with Smith. Sliding out of the pocket. This is the tight end fan. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Man in motion left. That's Smith and Jigba. Walker. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the 1st half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's go. Don Capers. Let's go.
Throwing Jones. That is caught downfield. It's Waller. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Back to throw. Jones. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. And he's got this down to the 35. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Why shift the crew? Great. Cockroach.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
South salad. Detroit.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton from 8 yards out. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point try good by Gano. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. A fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Geno now to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
On the return, Jackson. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Okay, here we go.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Now a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
He's got his target. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Barkley, inside handoff. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that one complete to Hodgins. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 14. Well, that's good for a 1st down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. A handoff, Barkley running left. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gano the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and
Straight ahead, Walker. And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man. and broke the play up.
Running right, here's Walker. And fights through one man. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Gino. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Eskridge, the man in motion. To throw is Smith. Flush to his right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Smith on 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
No ball, no ball.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. Flushed out right. And Smith able to move the chains before sliding down. So this offense able to convert on 4th. And now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Throwing is Smith. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Now 2nd and 5.
Middle.
Smith. Eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Seahawks 21.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Off the play fake. Jones rolling to his right. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Easy.
To the right side, this is Walker. And they move this all the way down to the 9. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Walker. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 132 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
13 next.
Walker with another carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now Smith on third and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Over here.
And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line's really hunkered down and established themselves.
And this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Second down and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. touchdown. Well, Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick six.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives, all tied fourth quarter as the kick is away here. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, fourth quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. On second down, here's Barkley. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Jones now throwing on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. In motion goes the tight end. Out of the gun, Walker with it. Down to about the 32.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Sticking with Walker on second down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. Third down. Again, it's Walker. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. Fourth down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. Myers' kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
Get set quick, all right?
To throw is Jones. They'll find Hodgins there complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch, first down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. Down to the 25. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down.
Dom Capers. Rita. Great.
Jones. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3.
Cockroach.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Giants first down by a couple of yards as they get 5 there on 4th and 3. They'll roll him out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Detroit.
Jones. He'll buy some time right. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Here's Jones sliding out of the pocket. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
This is 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Well, what a game this has been, and now overtime will decide who goes on to play in the NFC Championship. Fair catch called for and taken, so the ball brought up to the 25 to begin this overtime session. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football. People hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. A nice start for them here to overtime. And maybe the plan here is don't do anything too crazy. Don't try for some big play, Charles. Just move the chains, put the pressure on the defense.
Well, these early first downs are certainly nice confidence builders as they begin overtime, because even though you just played 4 quarters, the feeling's entirely different when you take the field in OT, because you just want to settle in as you suggested, keep the ball moving, and rely on your opponent to make that first big mistake.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Jones, first throw of overtime here. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
On 3rd down, Barkley. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 183 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. They are into field goal range, but definitely thinking touchdown as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The defense coming through there, CD, with a big-time play, and they're getting close here to getting off the field and giving their offense a chance to win this ball game.
Their partner, no one's cheering louder after that play than their offensive teammates, because they understand how different things would be if instead of going out and needing a touchdown to tie things up, they could run out there with a chance to win the game right there.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Here we go. Timberland.
Now Jones. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Hey, here we go. Sunday. Check 59. Cover.
First throw here in overtime for Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Tuesday.
Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. And got his man complete. Down to the 10. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on in the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.